back to Frequency Matters, the industry update brought to you by Microwave Journal and sponsored by Mini Circuits. My name is David Vai.
And I'm Pat Hindle.
And we're back from vacation. I took a week off for 4th of July.
Yeah, you're looking nice and tan there.
A little bit tan, yeah. You know, I was on the beach. I saw a couple of microwaves. So our July issue is out, and the cover feature this year is on design software interoperability, which is the ability for software to communicate with other software, such as electromagnetic software talking to a circuit tool system, sharing information. In some cases, software shares information between the design software and test instruments. So that really helps the engineer be more productive, avoid mistakes with data entry. And so we covered that, and we did this in collaboration with some of the leading EDA vendors. So we have contributions from Agilent, NI-AWR, Ansys, COMSOL, CST, and Delcross and Sonnet. And each of them talk about how their solutions that they've built interoperability between their tools and other tools, such as Cadence. So, how do you make a full RFIC design flow if you need to do some electromagnetic simulation to maybe model the package and then incorporate that into your circuit design. So it's a pretty interesting update on the state of the art with interoperability from all these vendors, and hopefully you'll get a chance to take a look. So. We have a related theme, too.
We have a few technical features. One on a similar software topic, Agilent talks about interoperability between RFIC design, package design, and board design. So they're able to do a complete code design flow from beginning to end, which is enabled by open access. So that's an interesting article to read. And we have another article covering RF switch technology, written by authors from National Instruments and Peregrine. So they take a look at the different switch technologies from diodes to FETs to MEMS, talk about the advantages and disadvantages of each type of switch for different applications. So that's a great overview article.
Okay, nice.
Then we have a third article back on the software theme by Altar Engineering, and that covers how you can simulate antenna measurements in anechoic chamber. Traditionally, it's been done with techniques similar to ray tracing, but advances in computational methods and numerical analysis have allowed new tools to be implemented. So there's a lot of good other technical features to go along with that cover feature.
That Altair one sounds interesting because that would tie into the IEEE EMC show,
right.
I bet, that will be taking place in August. And
right.
we'll get to talk about that when we move on to events. But we've talked about the blurred lines before between signal integrity and the microwave world and the
right.
physical design. And that's certainly a theme that runs through our event in China, EDICon, that focuses on both technologies. I traveled out to DesignCon that's in Santa Clara in January and ran into some microwave people who were exhibiting there, which is further demonstration of how these two communities kind of come together in the technology. And one of those people were Christopher Markey with
right.
Markey Microwave. They were there to highlight some balance that they're doing for differential measurements. So these are broadband balance. And it was pretty good technology, so we invited him to submit a product feature the next time they came out with a new release, which they have, and so we're featuring in this month as our MVP their new line of balance for broadband up to 36 gigahertz with excellent isolation, 25 dB typical, and half a dB and 0.5 5 degree differential between those lines on the balance. So that's our MVP, and he's also our executive interview for this month. Yeah. So what other products we have?
Yeah, so to finish out the product, we have IMST's 3D EM Solver, Narda's Safety's Interference and Direction Analyzer, so that goes well with the EMC theme also.
Yeah.
And then there's some briefs from Pasternak, Mini Circuits, and Teledyne Rocroi, who has a new digital oscilloscope.
Okay, great. Definitely a nice, thick, full of content issue for July for summertime reading, as we mentioned. Why don't we move on to events?
Right.
We've mentioned the IEEE EMC show, which is in Raleigh, North Carolina, the first week of August.
And at the same time?
And at the same time, NI Week, which is, I've been, you haven't been, but you're going to get to go for your first time this year.
This will be my first year, yeah.
It's an amazing event. The keynote talk is sort of like going to Macworld and seeing Steve Jobs talk. Replaced Steve Jobs with Dr. T, who is the founder of NI Week, and they really do a great job with the demos and kind of getting you very excited about just the engineering and science in general, because their flagship product, LabVIEW, drives a lot of engineering and discovery.
A lot of innovative and new products. Yeah.
So it really is an exciting event. They have about 3,200 people that attend, which is quite a feat to get that many people down to Austin in August.
In the summertime.
And then we have a very special agreement with them, with Microwave Journal, of how we're going to sponsor the event and be an exclusive media coverage of that event. So why don't you
Right.
talk about some of the things that we're going to be doing to cover NI Week?
Yeah, so we have some special coverage. We'll be establishing an NI channel on our website. So we're able to, in real time, create new channels on different topics. We just created 5G Massive MIMO channel, and in the coming weeks we'll have the NI
So what do you
Week
mean by a channel? What a
So on
channel
the
is
channel, it gives us a landing page where it allows us to collect information from news items, articles,
Okay.
technical features, videos, all onto one landing page, and they're all tagged to that information.
Okay.
So if you search it, you'll also find
So
it.
that one theme on NI Week, all
on
NI
one
Week
page.
information will be aggregated onto this one
Right.
page. Oh, that
And
sounds
one
good.
special thing we'll be doing is live streaming some of the sessions. So there's an RF Summit, and we will be live streaming as they happen 4 of the sessions from that summit, which are on some exciting new RF and microwave
Okay.
technology. And then we'll have some follow-up videos and some interviews of some of the
Right.
leaders that will be at that
Yeah,
event.
yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It should be very exciting. Also, at the event, they're going to host a RF Summit,
Right.
which is a 2-day event. We saw some of the abstracts and some of the speakers. The second day, on Wednesday, will be totally devoted to 5G, which NI has a real good foothold in working with some of the leaders who are developing some stuff. So I saw a talk by Samsung and obviously NI, but a number of people that they've brought in who are sort of at the forefront of 5G technology will be down there in Austin. We'll be covering it
Yeah.
with
And,
Microwave Journal.
yeah, they have a very good rapid prototyping setup. So they have the software and the hardware to be able to quickly put together a system to test different types of advanced technologies for communications. And and on the RF Summit, I wanted to cover some of the topics. They have wireless technologies, advanced testing techniques, trends in microwave design, RF characterization, high volume test, and wireless communications design. So we'll be keeping a close eye on the
That's
summit
great,
topics.
yeah. And back to the 5G thing is, it looks like we're going to be adding a 5G summit to the EDICON program. So
Right.
we expect NI would be a partner with us on that. So hopefully some of that great content that we see in Austin gets leveraged into the program that we present in,
Right, we
in
can
China.
present the latest developments
We
there.
heard some good stuff with China Mobile, so all that kind of dovetails together with the 5G movement and whatnot. Speaking of mobility and wireless, in September, CTIA, which used to be in March, has moved to September and combined with shows to try to be a mega show.
Right.
And so it's now rebranded as Super Mobility Week. Some of the technical things that are incorporated in that umbrella, this is in Las Vegas in September, will be 4G World, a new pavilion called Launchpad. There's the M2M zone, which Horizon House manages, as well as the mobile backhaul zone.
Right.
So those are 2 areas that kind of, certainly M2M ties into the Internet of Things. And then there's a testing solutions and a tower and small cell pavilion. So that's kind of the technology that will be presented at the new Super Mobility Week brought to you by CTIA in September.
Yeah, it's almost rivaling Mobile World Congress. in
Yeah, it's
Barcelona.
nice to have a
That's
version
it.
in North America
Yeah.
of that kind of event. So we'll look forward to that, and hopefully that will grow into it's already a big show, but
Right.
hopefully,
Huge.
it has some impact, especially for this industry. In October, then we move over to Rome with the European Microwave Week, and let's talk. We've got a special event with the Aerospace and Defense Forum that
Right.
we're
Yeah, so
organizing.
we'll be helping organize the industry session panel that will be in the Aerospace and Defense Forum, and that will be focusing on infrastructure for security and defense. So we'll have various industry people presenting on that topic. Also, as a part of the Defense Forum is the opening session to EURAD, which is the radar conference that goes with the European Microwave. And I think that's one thing that sets European Microwave aside. It's the biggest event in Europe for RF and microwave, similar to an IMS in the US. This is the European version. But they do have significant defense content and a whole program with the radar conference.
Right. I'm glad you brought that up, because it's that time of year with Microwave Journal, the editorial themes kind of moves into the military with the October issue dedicated to European Microwave Week, but usually having that defense focus, which we will have this year. And then in August, satellite and radio waves, which is certainly applicable to aerospace and defense. And then our military microwave supplement is also in August. So we've got that European Microwave Week focus, and then in October we look at government electronics. So that 3 months back-to-back look at aerospace and defense, part of our industry. So I think that wraps it up for us. Thank you for joining us again. My name is David Vai.
And I'm Pat Hindle. We'd like to thank our sponsor, Mini Circuits. You can find out more about their products at minicircuits.com. We thank you for watching, and join us next time for Frequency Matters.